Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the May 22nd meeting of the Town of Barnstable Licensing Authority. My name is David Nunheimer. I am the chairman of this authority, and with me to my right is John Flores, the vice chair. Next to him, Mr. Larry Decker, who is the clerk. And next to him, Miss Nancy Carlson-Lidman and Jessica Silva. Mr. Greg Tamish is with us. He's the liaison to the town council. We also have directly to my left David Anthony of the asset management for the town of Barnstable, and Erin Logan, interim deputy director of asset management and licensing. This meeting is being televised on channel 8 or high definition TV on channel 1072 and can be accessed via the government access channel live stream on the town of Barnstable's website. This meeting is being recorded and broadcast in accordance with the general laws, chapter 30A, section 20. If anyone else in this meeting is recording it, you have to make your presence known under the statute. Seeing none, I think we're good. To open the meeting, we are required to have a matter of public comment on any matter, that whether it's pending or not on the agenda. Does anybody wish to speak to this? Seeing none, I would move for the approval of the minutes of December 27th, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Let us jump, if we could, to first public hearing, an application by Harborview Hotel Investors LLC, DBA Blue Water Grill, 213 Ocean Street, Hyannis, for a seasonal all-alcohol common victual license. Velma Francis is the proposed manager. Hours of food and alcohol service proposed are 7 a.m. to midnight. Seating is 98 seats inside and 64 seats outside. The applicant is also seeking a live entertainment license for up to 3 amplified performers with proposed entertainment hours Monday through Sunday, noon to midnight. Mr. Ford.
Good morning. Attorney Jeff Ford here representing the applicant, and together with me is also Don McCall, who's owner's representative, and Velma Francis, who is listed as the manager on our application, are here as well. So just by way of background, this site obviously has a long history of a restaurant and licensed premises. The hotel used to run it. They used to run it under the same LLC we actually just filed under, and the same manager that we've listed again up until 2020. Then they started using a tenant. This year, the tenant did not go forward. The hotel obviously is an important part of the hotel operation, so they've decided to come back in and run it themselves. So we filed with, again, same LLC as before, same manager as before, no proposed change in seating or anything. Everything is out there. If you're familiar with the site, there's an indoor kitchen and prep area. There's a large covered tent area, and there's a patio, and it kind of accommodates the hotel guests, and it's also obviously open to the public as a restaurant as well. So that's what we have before you. We're happy to answer any questions you may have.
Does anybody have any questions? Mr. Flores.
Just a quick question. It's a 7 a.m. start for alcohol?
Yeah, they 7 a.m. because they wanted to be able to provide morning service for guests. That was, I know.
Breakfast.
And breakfast.
Has it always been 7, Erin?
Their last license that I looked at, I believe, was 8 o'clock. This one was 7, so this was an hour earlier.
So you can catch the fishing boat with a Bloody Mary.
I was going to say.
I think the hope was with hotel guests and breakfast. And
If I may just clarify for the record that Sunday, the earliest they can serve alcohol is 10 a.m.
yeah.
Great.
That's what I was going to ask next.
May I just ask, is 7 a.m. seems early? Is this a first for our area?
You can't be drinking all day if you don't start early.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know that we've had anything before of that that I can recall of the direct nature, but I would assume the Cape Codder and other hotel restaurants are,
I am happy to weigh in because I actually input every single alcohol license a year ago. There have been none that are prior to 8 a.m.
none
So
Friday.
it's certainly within, your decision-making power if you want to choose 8 a.m. I would almost feel more comfortable with an 8 a.m. And then come back for 7 if we determine that that's an acceptable hour. It's your decision.
We're fine with 8 if, I don't want to, create a new issue if 8 o'clock is fine for the time,
I'm not-
for alcohol service.
I'm not offended by 7, but anybody else?
8 o'clock's fine by me.
I just worry about starting a precedent for something that early.
That's fine. Does anybody from the public wish to speak to this matter? Seeing none,
Chair, if I may,
you may.
before we have a motion to approve, if we could just read the request to withdraw first for the raw bar on Ocean,
It's 5.
just one step
Yeah.
above. Yeah, just for
Segue
cleanliness'
purposes.
sake,
Yeah.
it would be best if we can
Appreciate
withdraw
that.
that first.
No, I appreciate that. So just as a matter of order, we received correspondence from legal counsel for JAG Restaurant Group LLC, which was to do business as, is doing business as the Raw Bar on Ocean Street, to withdraw the previously approved application for a new seasonal all-alcohol common victual license effective immediately.
Make the motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to accept the withdrawal of the seasonal all-alcohol common victor license submitted by Dunning, Corain, Nichols, and Garner, LLP, attorney for JAG Restaurant Group, LLC, DBA Raw Bar on Ocean, located at 213 Ocean Street, Hyannis, as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Just for clarification, because obviously that's the same premises
Yep.
we're about to grant the new license for, so I'll take a motion with respect to the new license.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the application submitted by Harborview Hotel Investors, LLC, DBA Blue Water Grill, located at 213 Ocean Street, Hyannis, for a new seasonal all-alcohol common victor license as submitted.
What do you
Do
think?
we have to mention the hour?
And including the change of the license from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. to midnight.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck.
Hey, thank you very much. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, going back to the new business, we have a special one-day beer and wine entertainment license, which was continued from April 24, filed by Amplify POC Cape Cod for the Amplify POC Summer Vendor Market and Festival on the Town Green from June 20th, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Beer and wine will be served by Erica Sterling, and entertainment to include live performing arts as well as one inflatable. If we recall, the issue at that last hearing was the security plan, and there's been a meeting between Amplify POC and Ms. Logan and Officer Kelsey to the satisfaction that only one policeman will be required for this event. I understand that Ms. Vargas is ill and so can't be here on their behalf, but she did present that at the last hearing as to what it was all about. And the only issue then was the security plan. So I think I would accept a motion unless there's any discussion to that. Any public comment on that? Seeing none, Mr. Decker?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the special one-day beer, wine, and entertainment license for Amplify POC, noting that the one police detail has been agreed to.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations to those around here. An application has been filed by the Caribbean Lounge LLC, DBA Caribbean Lounge, 662 Main Street, Hyannis, for a temporary extension of the licensed premises for the 2024 Long Table event hosted by the Hyannis Business Improvement District on June 24 from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. with a proposed rain date of June 25th. And Ms. Buda is ill as well, unfortunately. I think we're very familiar with her and her practices, as she's been there for quite some time. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Anybody from the public wish to speak to this matter? Seeing none, Mr. Decker.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the temporary extension of the licensed premises for the Caribbean Lounge LLC, DBA The Caribbean Lounge, for the June 25th, 2024 Long Table event as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. The next matter is a extension, temporary extension of the licensed premises filed by No No Pizza, Inc., DBA No No Pizza, 662 Main Street, Hyannis, for a temporary extension of the licensed premises for the 2024 Long Table event from 5 to 9 p.m. on June 24th or June 25th if it rains on June 24th. It seems that they've met with all the approvals for the staff issues. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Nobody's here from No.
Chair, they were notified. I was under the impression they would be here, but certainly No Pizza does have a current valid common victular all alcohol license with no known reported issues.
Okay. Does anybody at the public wish to speak to this application? Been there several times. It seems to be a fairly well-run organization, so I would entertain a motion, Mr. Decker.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the temporary extension of the licensed premises for No Pizza, Inc., DBA No Pizza, for the June 25th, 2024 Long Table event as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next application is by Sam Diego's, Inc., DBA Sam Diego's, 950 Iano Road, Hyannis, for a special one-day entertainment license for a private celebration of life event scheduled for June 6 from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. for live amplified music to celebrate the passing of the manager. And you are?
I'm Terry Pratt-Masson, and I am the general manager.
Thank you. What type of, you have a regular entertainment license,
We
correct?
do not have any entertainment license, only for TVs and music
Okay.
recorded.
And so in terms of the live amplified music, how many performers will you have?
There are 6.
6, okay. Is it inside or out?
Will be closed to the public on June 6th. We will open at 4 p.m. for a reception. There will be food, and the bar will be cash bar for close friends and family. We intend the entertainment to arrive and begin playing at 6:30 to 8 p.m., and we will be closing the restaurant at 9.
So the restaurant is going to be taken up by the private event for that whole period?
For the day, yes. One of our owners passed.
Do you know how many you anticipate?
We do not have any idea, actually, at this time, how many people. We have people flying in, from out of state, and it is friends and family only. So it could be 200. The restaurant is licensed for 273 inside, 48 outside.
So it's not by invitation?
No, it is not.
Okay. Sorry for your loss.
Thank you very much.
Does anybody else have any questions, comments? Anyone from the public wish to speak to this? Seeing none, Mr. Decker.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the special one-day entertainment license for Sam Diego's, Inc., DBA Sam Diego's, as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck, thank you. Application filed by Willow's Hospitality Group LLC, DBA Wolfie's Bakery, 477 Yarmouth Road, Hyannis, for a new annual all-alcohol common victual license, hours of alcohol service daily from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m., seating inside for 47 and outside for 11. The proposed alcohol manager is Dale Shadabegian. Sorry.
It's okay.
Shabigian.
Closer.
How do you say it?
Shadvision. I don't actually know how to say it.
Oh, okay. All right. And your name is?
I am Dale Shadvision.
You don't know how to say it?
You know, my great-grandparents were from Armenia, just kind of got lost along the way.
Yeah. All right. Tell us what you're going to do.
So we're taking over the space at 477 Yarmouth Road. We have a bakery restaurant in Dennisport, looking to do a similar concept at that location. We'd like to add dinner with alcohol service. I don't know, Aaron, how far you want me to go with this, but we had a site review. It was approved. It was decided that it was it was the same use, no change in use. We were approved, and then I'm here for the all alcohol license. However,
There is already a license at that location.
correct.
Trickery.
Would you like a brief
Please.
of what happened? Okay, so essentially, the Willow Street Tavern has a current pouring license at 477 Yarmouth Road. While I understand they no longer have an interest in that property, they no longer have a lease, it is on me to notice them now that I have evidence. They will receive a letter from licensing staff letting them know that they either need to apply for a change of location or they need to relinquish their license back to the town. Until they do either of those two actions, the state will not allow us to act on the alcohol license today. What we can do, because the common victular is a local license, we can grant them a common victular license, which allows Mr. Shabagan to operate as soon as he gets all of his permits with food service only. And we would ask to continue the alcohol portion of the application to the June meeting in hopes that at that time, Willow Street Tavern will be worked out, and whether they have a new location or they'll be back before you to relinquish that license.
Yes, Mr. Decker.
How do you get the bakery part of it?
In what context, originally or now?
Now,
So we're looking to expand our location. The establishment itself is really set up well for that type of a business, so we're looking to expand our current offering from our original location.
So is this going to be a retail bakery? Because that's set up as a bar restaurant.
It will technically be a restaurant. In our review, I laid out the menu, what we plan on doing. It would just be similar breakfast and lunch items to what were already there, similar equipment.
So it's not going to be a traditional retail bakery selling breads and muffins and,
Yes, so we're not going to be a huge bakery operation supplying, bread like a PD that came up. We're kind of think of like a Dunkin' Donuts concept, very similar. Walk in, get your food, you either sit down or take it out and go on your way.
So there will be the opportunity to buy baked goods.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
To go.
Muffins, pastries, breakfast sandwiches, things like that.
Okay.
are you leasing the entire property? Just the restaurant side? There's another side where there used to be,
No.
Harry's used to have a nightclub. there,
Yep, the whole first floor.
The whole first floor.
Yep.
Do we know when Willow Street Tavern left the premises?
I believe it was May 30th? Or June? Okay.
On that same note, Aaron, is there a deadline that they have to relinquish?
So I'm
That
looking at
license.
May 1st
Oh, I'm
was
sorry, May 1st.
was
I'm
the
off a
date
month.
that the lease was terminated. So my request is going to be to Willow Street to either apply for that change of location or to relinquish their license.
Is there a deadline for that relinquish?
I'm sorry?
Is there a deadline?
There is.
for relinquishment of that license?
There is, and let me just pull that up. So June 10th would be the latest I can accept an application.
I suppose that if we were to suspend that license, it still would have no effect to grant him his all alcohol license.
Correct, and we would actually need to go through the proper procedure of noticing the tenant first. We would need to deliver a notice of likely a show cause. I'm hoping it doesn't get to that point. I do know they're actively seeking another space in Hyannis. I'm hoping early next week if,
Okay,
that will have some more direction.
okay. Mr. Decker. Oh, I'm sorry. Does anybody from the public wish to speak to this application?
So when do you intend to open?
As soon as we have our approvals, so I understand the situation we're in with the alcohol, completely understand. I do want to seek the common victualler, and we still have to have, we have a couple more things that we have to do. We have to have a health inspection, building and gas. Once that's done, we intend to open as soon as possible. So a couple weeks, hopefully.
And then come back to us for serving alcohol.
We'll come back in the future, correct.
So if we can just have that motion to continue to the June 26th meeting.
2 motions.
Mr. Chairman, I move to continue review of the annual all alcohol license for the Willows Hospitality Group LLC, DBA Wolfie's Bakery, to June 26, 2024, with a licensing authority public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. And, Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the common victor license for Willows Hospitality Group LLC, DBA Wolfie's Bakery, located at 477 Yarmouth Road, Hyannis.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck, sir.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you
Thank you all.
again soon, hopefully. Okay, then we have the consent agenda, which I move to approve the consent agenda as submitted.
Second.
I'm sorry.
I do have a question.
All right.
Number 6 was the classic jazz visions. Was there a date for that?
Hold on.
It's a great question. I can get that for you in a minute.
While she's doing that,
I think, I thought I had June 11th.
wait a minute, you're jumping the gun on me there, buddy. Let's just deal with this, number one, the consent agenda. But that's not,
That's part
is
of
that all these renewals?
That's part of the consent agenda.
All right, I'm
Correct.
sorry.
All of those are special one-day.
I thought we were
renewals.
just looking at the 1 days. Okay.
Do you want to take these individually?
No, Walt, do you have any questions on any of those items on the consent agenda?
1 through 8?
1 through 8? Other than Mr. Decker's question about when jazz will be played.
Larry, you're correct. June 11th from 7 to 9.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I move to accept the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So, do we have any updates that we need to worry about? Yes, Mr. Anderson.
I would like to publicly recognize that Aaron Logan recently completed a Suffolk certificate, which is the first step towards a master's in public administration. It was a 26 classes spread out over 6 months. And she completed that, and it is noteworthy that she took that on, and along with 8 other town employees participated here. It was a heavy workload in addition to all the work that she's been doing for licensing, and I wanted to publicly recognize that achievement on her behalf.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. There's going to be a
I think we all
coup.
recognize the extra work that she does.
Yeah. She's gonna mount a coup.
Just enough to be dangerous, right?
We have no police officers, so we have no department updates. The next 2 meetings will be July 26 and July 24. June, I'm sorry, jeez. June 26 and July 24. We have anything else to hear? Seeing none, I would take a motion to adjourn to,
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to adjourn to June 26th.
all in favor?
Aye.